Hey guys, this is Gerry Boing for Kids First, and today we're reviewing the film Long Way North. This is an absolutely stupendous film that has beautiful animation and also a spectacular story that is not only entertaining but also unique. Speaking of story, the story takes place in St. Petersburg, Russia in the year 1882. It's all about Sasha, and Sasha is a very young girl who's surrounded by wealth. Her family is very rich, she lives in a large house, and servants take care of all her needs. She's never really worked. But despite all of this, she still has big hopes and dreams that require a lot of work, and she's ready to do it. She has a dream of going to the North Pole and finding out what happened to her grandfather. You see, her grandfather went on an expedition to the north, and the grandfather's goal was to plant a flag on the North Pole. Sadly, he never returned. If he did it, no one really knows, but it's her dream to find out what happened to him and what happened to his mission. So despite all the challenges she faces of really not having any support from her parents, thus no money, and never really having any experience with working or doing any hard labor, she goes out of her comfort zone, if you could say, and she goes on this huge and dangerous adventure to the North Pole. Now, my favorite scene is when Sasha first leaves her home and heads to the North Pole. It's just the first step of a very long journey. Why I like the scene is because it's just so relatable. You can feel everything that Sasha feels. You can feel that there's a little bit of dread, a little bit of nervousness, but also excitement to be able to go on this huge adventure that is dangerous, that is very dramatic, but it is a huge adventure to accomplish her dream. And it's also a little inspiring, and I really love this scene because it just shows you how well you can connect to the characters. Overall, this film is a masterpiece. The animation is absolutely beautiful. It's 2D animation, it's drawn animation, and it is just spectacular looking. I loved every second of the animation. It's colorful, it's bright, it's artistic, and it perfectly portrays every single scene of the movie in a unique but bright and colorful and inventive way. Another aspect I liked was the story. The story was just so fantastic. Not only is it entertaining for all ages, but also it's just so easy to understand and go with. Within the first 5 minutes, I understood the protagonist, I understood the conflict of the story, I understood the main key features, I understood everything about Sasha and her hopes and dreams. And to be able to do that with a simple plot within the first 10 or 20 minutes is hard, but to do that with a complex plot in a creative and inventive way so it's entertaining and it's not just information being rushed into you, it's just hard to do, and this film accomplished it perfectly, so which is really showing how unique this plot is and how easy it is to understand for young and old. Now, one aspect I have to say I disliked about the film was the dubbing and the voiceover work. Now, this is originally a French movie and is dubbed in English, and honestly, I have to say that the dubbing was not very good. It's not in sync with the animation, and on top of that, the actual voiceover work itself is not that good. The voiceover acting is beautiful. It fits very well with the character, the emotions are very natural, and overall, I loved it. But it's a little quiet at times, and on top of that, it doesn't sound like it's in the right place. Most audio work, it just sounds like it's nowhere because that way it can fit with everywhere. But this one, clearly it sounded like it is in some sort of room or some sort of echo room, and that is very disappointing because it kind of ruins the authenticity of the animation, and it can ruin just listening to the film or watching the film. But turning on subtitles still allowed me to enjoy the film without any confusion, and it is truly, despite this one fact, an entertaining film that I definitely recommend. Like I said, it's really meant for all ages, but because of some sad scenes, dramatic elements, and a little bit of mild language, I give an age rating of 5 to 18. Parents still really have nothing to worry about in terms of how mature it is, because it really is meant for kids and adults. Now, despite some issues with the voiceover work and the dubbing, I still give it 4.5 out of 5 stars because it's just a beautiful film and I definitely recommend it to everyone. If you'd like to check out this film, it is now in stores near you, so definitely check it out. I'm Gerry, supporting for Kids First. Bye!